my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
They're here.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
It's showtime.
Right, welcome everybody to another episode of the VHS Strikes Back. I am one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris. Hello to all listeners out there. Welcome to the VHS Strikes Back, the show where we dust off the old video player and go on a nostalgic journey to look at the good and the bad movies of yesteryear. Now, Chris, what are we going to review this week?
Well, me and you do have a chat an hour before we podcast, Dave, and I'm on a time slot, and every time I'm saying to you, right, we need to go, I'm on the time, I'm saying to you, and you're going, what, Columbo? So you go, Dave, one more thing. So we just we have a great chat, and what we've just discussed, we both get cancelled, so we're not talking about that. We're talking about, Dave, a move. Outstanding. We still need to do some sort of VHS, the cancelled tapes, maybe
After dark.
After dark. Somebody said it on actually this is completely off the subject, but on the vlogs that we do, like I've said a couple of times, like nicking our line about, oh, that's for the Phelps Travel After Dark, and someone would put on there going, oh, I'd love to know what goes on after dark with you and Sam. I'm like, yeah, I'm not responding to that one on YouTube. That's a whole new channel.
I don't know. It sounds like a Patreon tier to me.
Sounds like an OnlyFans to me, Dave. But anyway, I'll sell my soul for a few quid. We are going to review, Dave. It's a Patreon pick this week, and it's Jack Pick, and it's from 1993. And I have never known a movie. We've known a movie by a couple of the names. Like, for example, we haven't covered it yet. Lionheart. I always know Van Damme's movie is AWOL because they had the poster on the wall, AWOL. I've seen Without Leave in the UK. But this one is outstanding. This was called Champagne and Bullets. It's also known as Road to Revenge and also GetEven, Dave. So this is the 1993 John De Hart movie starring John De Hart, Wing Hauser, Pamela Bryant, and William Smith, who was actually in Any Which Way You Can with Mr. Burt Reynolds, Mr. Clint Eastwood. He's the guy he fights at the end of the second movie in that series of Philo Beddoe. So, Dave, had you heard of this movie or any sort of like YouTube video on some classics that you shouldn't like? Because this is unbelievable this week.
I mean, you say it stars John De Hart, but it's directed by John De Hart, sung by John De Hart, written by John De Hart. Pretty much everything, isn't it? I mean, what a find. So, I absolutely hadn't watched this, and I mean, you say, I guess when they do these director's cuts and stuff, we did Blade Runner a few months ago, didn't we? So it's still that movie, but they are three quite different movies. Now, I have to say, the first one I watched was Champagne and Bullets. That is the original uncut version.
Me too.
On Amazon Prime at the moment, there's Road to Revenge, which is drastically cut down. And then there's the other one, GetEven, which is the latest cut. Now, I haven't watched that one yet. But just to compare, I am intrigued to watch that one as well. So absolutely hadn't to watch this one. This would have been, I'd have been about 17 at this time. I'm thinking, would I have watched this? I think, if I was flicking channels, Chris, and this popped up, I think at different points I might have stuck on it for a bit. I think, but yeah, definitely hadn't watched it. And I have to say, I don't know if I'd have seen this at the time, would I have enjoyed it? I think maybe the answer at the time when I was younger was no. But showing my hand a little bit, watching it at this time, a little bit older, and actually seeing it, I mean, I'm not enjoying it in the same way I think John De Hart envisaged people would enjoy it. But yeah, this is something else. Just an amazing passion project. And I'm bursting at the seams. I watched this earlier in the week because I usually try and watch it earlier in the week so I can figure out, okay, what am I doing with the song and stuff. And yeah, this has been whatever the equivalent of an earworm is for your brain. This is it. But what about yourself, Chris?
You know what? I've sort of watched it twice as well, and I've watched Champagne and Bullets, and there's a few scenes I've watched a few times, but
And just fast forward it past the rude bits.
Yeah, obviously, Dave. Yeah, it's disgusting. But no, honestly, I watched it once, and then I was like, there's certain bits I was like, I wasn't really concentrating. You know, you're just going about your business. I watched it in the gym. I'm on my bike, and I'm that usually first 20 minutes, I'm on the bike, it's fine, and then I'm doing a bit of weight, stood up for half an hour. So you're still watching it. I've got it there in front of me, but you're a bit distracted. So I then went inside and literally took it back to the start, watched it. Then I was like, hang on a minute. Read up all the fucking trivia on it. Then I watched it again, so maybe I watched it nearly 3 times, maybe 2.5 times. This movie is absolutely sensational. And I don't like doing this at the start of the review.
Yeah.
Jack has picked an absolute classic, Dave. This is up there with Samurai Cop. This is up there with Miami fucking Connection. It is. And then I'm thinking, well, my next pick comes out on Christmas Eve, Dave, and I've now been scouring everywhere looking for a movie of this quality because this is unbelievable. And it's also, everyone says it's in the Samurai Cop thing in Miami Connection. They are the ultimate so bad it's good movies for me. And yeah, I can't wait to talk about this. Jack, I know you're listening, mate. You have picked an absolute classic that I'd never even heard of. I know you, Dave, honestly. All week you watched it first, you messaged me, and I'm like, and I could see the chat. Oh, wait till and honestly, my God, I leave it till the last minute. That's an ADHD thing, but I love watching it, so it's fresh in my head. I could have watched this all week, nearly every day, and it'd still be fresh in my head. Dave, this has left an indelible print on my brain. My fucking God, unbelievable.
And again, while we're spoiling our feelings on it, I mean, Jack, if you just imagine, I'm giving you the clap. Actually, that sounds worse.
Oh, yeah, really? Well, I don't know. I think John De Hart gave the clap, Dave, a few times in this movie. He definitely wanted testing for an STD.
But I am saluting you, sir. I think that sounds better. I mean, like you say, I think in So Bad They're Good movies, like Samurai Cop, Miami Connection, Troll 2, they're the ones that get all the credit. This one deserves to be up there. This is, sensational, as you say. So I'm bursting at the seams, Chris. Let's get into our trailer.
Let's go.
He's a cop. He's a lawyer. A singer. A lover. A visionary. A man who definitely needed someone to say no.
And most of that was the women. Right.
It's Champagne and Bullets, written, directed, and heroically performed by John De Hart, a man who looked at Dirty Harry Foot. Yeah, I can do that, and also sing a ballad.
It's supposed to be Columbo, Dave. Carry on.
Yeah. Nice. When rogue cops and courtroom corruption threaten this world, one man will take justice into his own mulleted hands.
He'll do it wearing a leather jacket, cowboy boots, and the unwavering confidence of a bloke who owns the camera equipment. Well, Dave, I sound like Mickey now of Rocky, but go on, Rock. One more round.
It's got karate fights that defy physics, dialogue that defies logic, and a love scene that defies taste.
Yeah, Shakespeare's scene I've seen less stringent than a dentist.
Featuring Wings Hauser as a friend so unhinged you'll start to wonder if the champagne was actually lighter fluid.
He's either acting or he's just really method about having a breakdown.
I had a fucking breakdown watching it.
And John De Hart's soundtrack hits hard with country rock anthems like Shimmy Slide, the only song guaranteed to clear a dance floor in under 10 seconds.
I've heard karaoke I said with more dignity. One more round, Rock.
I don't believe in that in the workplace. So, Champagne and Bullets, part cop thriller, part vanity project, all completely mental.
It's what happens when you give one man a back to guitar and a final cut.
justice, passion, karaoke. It's champagne and bullets.
What a fucking trailer. So, Dave, just before you get into the chat, I've got to say something. So, there's a lot of personal stuff going on that, in my life at the moment and there's a big change coming and that, as you know, and you're supporting me as a great friend that you are. But, Dave, one of the things that Samantha is getting me to do is to get rid of my collection, and I call it a collection. She calls it shit or clutter, Dave, of my gaming collection and also my DVD and Blu-ray, Dave. And yesterday it was like a swap shop meeting because I'm there looking at DVDs. All right, Kickboxer, that'll go DVD. Mike Bassett, I'm going to kill myself for this, but that's got to go. These little DVDs, no, Dave, I can send you these, Dave. I should send them to you, actually. So unless you say, do you want these? Actually, I will speak off podcast, but
I think I've got it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm just sort of like, these things there that I'm compromising on. Oh, I Am Legend. Yeah, I've not only watched it once. I don't know why I bought it on Blu-ray. Never opened it. That's gone. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, that can go. Dave, you know what DVD we were arguing over? This is Gods and Issues. So not the Avengers, not the Dark Knight, not the Superman Christopher Reeve set, which coincidentally are staying. The Back to the Futures, the Rockies, Godfather, Daniel Craig's James Bonds, they're all coming with me. I don't know what she says. Smoking the Bandit. So there's a few still coming with me, Dave. Fools and all, Alvida's Aim Pet. So they're the core that are coming with me. Because everything else you can do on digital. And she's right. And I'm like, the Avengers. Oh, no, hang on. The Force Awakens 3D fucking collector's thing. Blu-ray. I gave them away. And you know why, Dave? And they go at the charity shop. So, they'll be recycled. Hopefully they'll make the money off them, which is a good thing. The DVD, I had literally a stand-up argument with Sam over, Dave, was No Receipt, No Surrender 1, 2, and 3 in one DVD, which has got all three of them piled on top of each other as part of this collection that I bought. And I'm arguing with her going, I am not getting rid of these. And she's going, and I've got that Blu-ray. I think Max had copied us in on, when it come out on Blu-ray, No Receipt, No Surrender 1. I'm arguing over the free series thing, which cost me about £2 off eBay. And I'm like, well, you can have all them. That's coming when we move, because we're going to move. I'm like, that's coming fucking where. And honestly, Dave, I'm not exaggerating. We were arguing over No Receipt, No Surrender, and I'm getting the DVDs out going, this is a classic. The third one, this is one of my favourite. I'm not getting rid of it. And she's like, you're getting rid of it. You've got too much shit. And I'm like, I have not. And Dave, I swear to God, we literally had a barn. Anyway, it got thrown back into the box. I'm not getting rid of it. But that was honestly, there's some absolute classic money-making Blu-rays that I probably could have sold. I was like, nope, they can go. Get rid of them. No Surrender's coming with me. So I fight the good fight for our podcast, my friend.
Very good, very good. I did see, and it was posted up in our Discord chat, wasn't it, that they've released this making of, I think they were doing a Kickstarter, weren't they? And they're only releasing apparently 1,000 copies.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't sort of believe it.
I don't want to sell out, Dave, but I'll get one.
At some point, I think Lee had said he was going to get one. So I'm sort of tempted. It's about $64. And I'm like, I'm going to wait. I'm sure they're not going to just make 1,000. So let's see. But Chris, right, plot synopsis. So former cop Rick Brode is forced off the police after being framed by his corrupt superior, Normad, who later becomes a judge and secretly leads a satanic cult. Rick's former partner, Hook, is bitter, alcoholic, and haunted by the murder of his wife. Meanwhile, Rick peddles his country ballad ambitions at a bar show where he meets Cindy, a woman with a troubled past who hints at Normad's dark underworld involvement. As Rick and Cindy grow closer, Normad's influence begins to cast a long shadow over Rick's attempt to start again, setting the stage for revenge. Now, Chris, what do you reckon to the opening of this movie?
Dave, this movie is one of the greatest So Bad It's Good movies I've ever seen. It is up there with Samurai Cop. I absolutely love this movie. It is utterly ridiculous. I mean, the fact that you've got William Smith, right, who is, he was Philo Beddoes' fighting partner in Any Which Way You Can. And in real life, William Smith is an absolute maniac, Dave. He was a boxer, he was in the army, he was like a a Marine. He was everything. Like even though he got into movies, they reckon he was one of the hardest actors in real life ever. You know, like you get like MMA fighters moving over now. He was absolutely nails. And in this, obviously, you can tell he's probably, I mean, he looked old in, and he was probably mid to late 40s in that. He's probably 60 odd years. So he's still in good shape.
Hold on. Mid to late 40s? Sounds like he's in his prime to me.
Yeah, actually, I'm 47 tomorrow. As we record this day, he is in his prime. But in this, he's probably about 60, isn't he, or something like that. Yeah. And but it's his voice. They've got him in. He's got a little bit of credit for it, but fuck me. John De Hart is a Timu version of fucking Joe Exotic, who's also Joe Exotic's a Timu version of himself almost. It is the greatest movie ever because this guy is literally just going around fucking anything he wants for like the longest, most awkward sex scenes I've ever seen. Not even I could get a fucking lob on watching some of that, Dave. It was fucking terrible, but what a great start to the movie. The shootout when they've got them cheap LAPD fucking, or what they are, police fucking Pacamax on, and they're having this shootout, and everyone's like just collapsing. There's no physics in this movie at all. There's nothing. Honestly, Jack, mate, you've absolutely done me. I was smiling from ear to ear watching this, and I've not watched a movie this year that's got me so fucking amped up, Dave. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, we've hinted at the start, but Chris, I'm with you. I fucking love this movie. I'm almost tempted to watch it after we finish recording. I mean, it is just so terrible. I mean, like you say, Joe De Hart. Oh my God. I mean, he later became a lawyer, but it's like he's watching the movie. He's not in the movie. He's not. I mean, he's got no range. And I tell you, I think he thought this would propel him to be the next kind of Steven Seagal. And we've given Seagal quite a bit of stick over the years. Chris, I'm almost tempted to redact some of my criticisms of Seagal because fucking hell, Joe De Hart makes Seagal look like Brando. I mean, the acting range is non-existent. But the thing is, you mentioned about William Smith. I mean, this guy has unfortunately passed away in 2021, but he's got 278 acting credits. He has appeared in 278 fucking things, and he is terrible as well. When he gets shot, it's like I don't know, like a community theatre play or something. And he's saying, you know, because his mate gets shot initially, doesn't he? Right in the stomach. And they're saying, oh, yeah, do a favour to humanity if he dies off or whatever. And then the most awkward knee to the bollocks. It's just terrible. And then the camera goes in on his face for a close-up, and he kind of leans up, you know, and gives some cheesy dialogue. And it's like, wow, but you're actually a professional actor. And you're terrible in this as well. I mean, it's as if they're going for, you know, this is terrible. But definitely, this is up there with Samurai Cop. No question. 100%. I mean, it's just, there are so many iconic scenes, and it just starts, you know, off with a bang. Like you say, it's the setup, isn't it? And it's done it. I mean, they wouldn't have had a permit to film any of this shit. They'd have just got in this field and just started filming. And yeah, it's just amazing.
It is. You're right. And I've never really thought of it like that. But you're right. Like William Smith is acted from going back to the 50s, the 60s. And he doesn't drag it along. It's almost like, you know what it's like, Dave? You know what you say about footballers and like professionals when you play at a lower level, when you've played at a higher level, yeah, you can see that you're better than these people or whatever, but sometimes they drag you up, but also they drag you down. And it's almost like, I mean, maybe because he was no way he was getting paid for this. He's obviously got to be a mate of him or something. It is truly awful. You're right. Like the whole thing about him being, why is he a satanic fucking cult leader though? It's nothing to do with the movie. I mean, he's a cop. And that bit's ridiculous, isn't it, when they get shot? And I realise Huck as well. I'm looking into this. Huck is Cole Hauser's dad, guy who plays Rip Wheeler in Yellowstone. That's his dad. Cole Hauser was in like Fast and
Right,
Furious,
right.
the second one, and that he was the baddie in the second Fast and Furious and all that. But I know you when you watch Yellowstone, but people listening will do. That's his dad. It's a hook, but it's one, and he has acting chops as well, Dave. To be fair, he's been in fucking loads of stuff. Finger Hauser. So it's like. It's bizarre, but yeah, the thing is with me that, and his name isn't John De Hart, Dave. Apparently, he corrects, but he's John De Hart, De Hart, as in double E when it's not. It says John De Hart, but he's De Hart.
A few double D's in this movie, but
Fuck me,
so-
Dave. Double D's. My word.
And there's no way that's his real name either, is it? He's been watching the Hart Foundation or something in the wrestling in the 80s. That's where he's got that from.
Yeah, 100%. But he. What gets me right is when he does the fucking shimmy slide, and I read up on it, and I'm sure you've read up on it, and he genuinely was offended by the shit he got for. He thought he was onto a fucking like a massive country hit. He was going to be on the billboards and everything. And I'm like, yeah, you might be on the billboards, mate, but the ones to fucking arrest you for crimes against music, not for fucking. It's absolutely terrible. All right, Dave. Yeah, sorry, I did get paid for singing badly.
I have listened to the shimmy slide more times than I'd care to admit this week. I think, again, though, I can't really separate it from the movie. His singing is atrocious. Apparently, he bought the music and then he's put the lyrics over the top. Now, again, I take every quote that he's said with a little bit of a pinch of salt, because he's also said he's a black belt in Taekwondo, and that's how he can. That's why his action scenes look so good. And I'm like, there is not a fucking chance. No way. So, I take everything with a pinch of salt. But apparently, he wrote the lines. In the film, you can see someone's obviously stood up there with a card or something with the lyrics on, because as he's kind of awkwardly moving around the mic, you can see his eyes are fixed on something. And I'm convinced that someone's holding up the lyrics with a card. And he's so out of tune. Now, we've done some recording, right? And you always know that in the recording studio, you have to be more precise. You have to be more crisp. You can get away with so much live, because the kind of noise, the sound, it all kind of covers a lot of small little imperfections and stuff. But I was thinking with the shimmy slide, I'm like, that's the best vocal take you had. And again, that would have been multiple takes spliced together. That those would have been the best bits that ended up in that final version. I was like, oh, fucking hell. But there's something about the just off-key awkwardness to everything. It just adds to the charm of it. Honestly, unfortunately, I can't. On YouTube, there isn't just a pure music version of it. You have to have the video version. But yeah, I've watched it loads this week.
It's sensational. It really is sensational. And you're right. I mean, look. I only went in the studio once, didn't I, as the singer of the, of the fucking the band, and I was like completely fucking like panicking. One, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is how am I going to do?" And other members of the band were calling me out, weren't they, Dave, saying, "Oh, Chris is going to struggle here. We could be here for hours. It's going to cost."
I forgot about that.
Remember that? I remember
not
that
me.
well.
I will say.
No, it wasn't you.
Say, not me.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. But someone else has said it. And I know you did. But everyone was worried about the money because he charged us more. And then lo and behold, the person who called me out on it was the one who spent more time in the studio, Dave, because they didn't get their bit right. And I sat there like a rock star, nailing my bit. The guy who run the studio went, "You've got a great recording voice for studios, Chris." I thought, what? So you can correct it properly and put me back in tune. But I was buzzing. Well, you know how buzzing I was, because I always down on my voice. I always thought I was a shit singer. I don't answer that either, Dave. But it's one of them where I was so pleased. So the fact that nobody, for me, you're right, because irrespective of how this is mixed, he has just basically done everything he wants. The fact that he's put himself in fucking front and center as the main character who's going around shagging all the women, when he looks like a fucking poor man's Magnum PI, don't he? He's like a cross between Magnum PI and Joe Exotic. He looks about 60. He's in pretty good shape, to be fair. You can see that he when he's got his top off and that, he's not like badly out of shape. You can tell he's just trained
yeah,
normally.
yeah.
He's not on gear or anything. He looks like a normal person who's not on steroids or growth hormone. But he does look pretty good for his age. He must be mid-50s in this. But I love the fact that the woman, the blonde woman, who is, you know, she's an attractive woman, she is so uncomfortable. And reading up on the sex scenes, he locks her boyfriend out of the bathroom. It was his house. He didn't tell his missus he was fucking doing these scenes. And they spent all day in like a bath together. And I'm thinking, I think he's fucking slipped in there, you know. I think he's fucking tried to give it properly. Because some of them scenes are not samurai cop, all this bad light in here. We don't need to see a hairy arse here or anything, or you know, Stallone's bollocks or whatever, you know, breakfast at Kit's or party at Kitty's and fucking thing is stud or whatever it is. This, I think at times they're actually having sex, you know. It's just uncomfortable to. I've never known a film with such long sex scenes, Dave. And even the fucking ones that you might be able to find on Google if you got a VPN, I've never seen them this long. It's unbelievable.
It's the fact that you've got him fucking singing over the top of the sex scenes as well. So apparently, his girlfriend at the time was the person dressed up as a nun. But they did split up after the jacuzzi scene. So, I mean, that wouldn't disprove kind of what you said. I think there was something dodgy there. And like the fact that he basically bankrolled everything, you know, and just got to do. He's the kid, isn't he? Who's turned up with all the kit and the football.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, all right, go on then. If you want a game of football, you have to sort of let him play, but he's shit. So I just think that he just got to do whatever he wanted. And the fact that he's, like you say, he's about mid-50s to 60, you know, I kind of feel like... I feel like he's north of 60, but who knows? Let's say mid-50s. The fact that he's picked a fucking Playboy bunny to play the love interest, he's just fucking amazing. And we're going to jump around, obviously, but I mean, when they meet at the bar, you know, it's obviously it's an old flame kind of thing. And then there's this uncomfortable scene, isn't it, with the four guys who come in and I think they know her, but that's when he's doing the shimmy slide. And but when we're getting so jumping forward to the jacuzzi scene, I mean, fucking hell, really quite uncomfortable. But she is going full on for it. She is going full method, like being the seductive vixen kind of thing. And I wondered where does the champagne come into it? Well, you know, they've got champagne. She's busy blowing the champagne. He's busy drinking it. But it's like he's watching as well. It's like he's not in the movie. He's just watching her performance because he's doing nothing apart from, you know, when she starts kissing him and stuff. And it does get, I mean, it's very much over the top, isn't it? And like you say, it goes on for fucking ages. But what about when he's got the ice cubes out? He just spends ages and I'm thinking, I don't think that's particularly sexy. I don't think she's enjoying that much, but it's like he's doing a fucking Etch-a-Sketch or something.
Oh, it's outstanding. It's fucking brilliant, you know. And you're right, because like you're watching it, and I'm like, all right, he needs to stop now. This has gone on far too long. But it's literally, and to be fair, Dave, if he is actually having proper sex with her, I've got to say, Dave, a bit jealous of the length in time. I don't know what he had, fucking turbo dick. He mustn't have had Viagra at this time.
Before Viagra, wasn't it?
I know, exactly, yeah. But the scenes, if you watch like you said, if you watch the cut down version, Champagne and Bullets is the one you want to seek out if you want to see it in all its fucking entirety. But make sure you're watching it on your own. The fucking keys in the door, the curtains are shut, because people not understand you're trying to watch a movie. I've done that when we're reviewing stuff. You know, if you watch some bits of it on your phone, if it's available and you're watching it, and I've sat there and gone in the other room, made a brew, and you can hear, you know, like, or like you've gone to get something quickly and you come in and then start looking at me like, what the fuck are you watching? And I'm like,
this is a great bad movie. It's Champagne and Bullets.
Well, I just blame it all on Jack, and she's like, who the fuck's Jack? Oh, well, you won't understand, but it's Jack's fault. He's picked this movie, so yeah, he's Jack's. But yeah, it's got that whole samurai cop feel, and that's what I love. The Miami Connection. I mean, Miami Connection will always be the thing that always gets me is when that guy says about him having parents. I didn't know you had any. It's like, well, how did he create it? What a great bit of dialogue that is. So this has just got some of the greatest fucking scenes and lines. And every time John De Hart is on the screen, he just steals the show for all sorts of shitness, doesn't he? Like, there's loads of scenes where he's talking with the backdrop at the, especially the end, where it's a black backdrop, William Smith. And William Smith, as you say, his voice is just really traveling all the way through. And he's like, fuck it, as each scene goes on, it's like his voice is getting worse and worse. I don't know, think he knows who he's playing, but you're right. And he said it at the start. When all of a sudden he becomes the judge, I mean, that woman's there. The scene before, his girlfriend, he bends her over, like pulls her knickers half down, starts slapping her, then picks her up, and then the next minute she's wanting to fucking drop to her knees. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this all about? It was
Hauser's wife, isn't it? You know,
I know.
When he's, I mean, apparently he was hammered a lot of the time. You know, he was basically ad-libbing a lot of his lines. And I can see it in my mind's eye now when they're at the bar and he's accusing him of sort of sleeping with his wife. And John De Hart, I'm going to call him John De Hart, he's got his sort of rugby top on, his sort of awkwardly fitting rugby top on that's literally got something like polo rugby on it. I don't know what that is. But yeah, when Winghauser's sort of wife, and then she just rips her top off and she's like, look at these, you used to play with these or something. And then she's sort of making up to the cops, isn't she, that she's been slapped around by him. And then, you know, he ends up in prison and he tries to drink bleach because he's trying to end it all. And yeah, I just utterly batshit crazy. But like you say, Normad, you know, the baddie, you know, the corrupt cop who ends up as a judge, is also a satanic fucking leader as well.
I know. What? Why? Why is that in the fucking movie? That has no bearing on anything, does it? There's nothing. That has no bearing on anything to the movie. If it was just purely an action revenge type movie, you know, a cop, you know, gone rogue or anything, we've seen it. But that satanic thing, I don't know whether it was trending at the time. It's bizarre.
According to old John there, this was based loosely on a real story. So apparently one of his drivers had said about, you know, they were at this satanic cult gathering up in Riverside County, and then they'd seen this baby being sacrificed. Now, again, I'll refer back to earlier when I said I take everything he says with a pinch of salt. So I don't know, but I mean, it's probably not that out of the realms of possibility. It could have happened, but I'm going to go with everything else is bullshit. So, you know, it's the old, if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. I think he's just thrown everything at the wall. He's basically watched a bunch of action movies and thought, yeah, I can do that. I've got a few quid. You know, how hard can making a movie be? And, you know, that'll propel me into stardom. And then, you know, I'll be able to camp out with Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion.
and you know, yeah, the Playboy bit is bizarre, isn't it? Because his love interest, his wife in it, she's so, you can feel like she's doing it, and at different points you can almost feel as if like she's like, I've been sold an absolute dud here, I've been sold a dream. Because I just don't understand the logic of it. And like John De Hart, like the scenes when he's fighting Dave as well, fucking hell,
black belt in taekwondo, I'll have you know.
Yeah, exactly. And they always say, yeah, fucking origami, the old classic line. He's not black belt in taekwondo. Now, to be fair, the only scene where I thought, hang on a minute, I think he's done boxing. When he was hitting that bag, he was hitting that with some force, Dave, and he was some proper, you could see he's putting his guard up a little bit. There was some proper hooks going on there. I want like a crack off one of them fucking bad boys.
See, I don't know. I mean, the technique wasn't there. However, what I would say is to keep on going. I mean, that scene went on for like 5 minutes and he's constantly punching the bag. And I thought, Yeah, he has got some cardio there to keep punching it, and there's probably a bit of force behind it. So I don't know if it's one of those, has he really done boxing, or has he just gone to the gym to punch a bag?
Yeah.
I think I'm feeling like more the latter.
Yeah, and as the great man once said, Dave, walls don't hit back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yes, it's true. We all
Boards even, walls
even, not
don't
walls.
either.
Well, no, walls don't either. Yeah, boards even. That's no wonder I got that wrong, Dave. No wonder you used to get punched in the face when I used to get fired. But no, but he's some of the scenes like where he's trying to do like flicks and flips and there's one where he punches down on one of the guys and the guy's already going down before he's even hit him. Like this, the choreography. He's got to be John I love this name now, John De Hart. It's got to be John's fucking direction, all this, and thinking it's good because I can't think that. And I reckon he's probably edited the whole movie as well because I've never seen a more one-sided action movie and passion projects. He's literally like, you couldn't have his character any more nails, could you, than what he is? Like the sexy when he gets married and everything, and it's like it's ridiculous. It goes from nowhere. There's just so many cuts that make no sense. And when I said it before, when William Smith is a judge, I was like, where the fuck's that come from? Because as I say, he'd like sort of chastised these misses. Then it looked like they were going to have sex, and the next minute he almost did. I thought he was doing like a police academy because he looks underneath the pew. I thought, is he not getting a fucking Lieutenant Lassard? Is he? Is she under the pew? Honestly, because I don't know. You have to watch it again. But there's a bit where he's in the court and he looks underneath. Oh yeah, he looks underneath the counter, and I'm like, is she under the fucking counter? Is he punishing her? What the fuck's all going on here? Honestly. And then to be fair, the only thing I would say to people in the Champagne and Bullets one, there is a few sexual assaults in there because there is a rape at one point in the movie, which is a bit
quite brutal. That one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, you can see the guy who's doing it. It's fake, basically. It's a fucking film. It shouldn't be real. But you know what I mean? Like, when you watch a movie and you're like, oh my God, that's terrible. And you get invested in it and like an attack or whatever. But you could see that the guy doing it was like so uncomfortable. But it was just nonsense, wasn't it? It was absolutely, because I'd say what I like, Dave, I'd say when Huck's missus comes and she wants a divorce and then she just fucking pulls her top down and goes, do you remember these? Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell? It's just
pretty sure I mentioned that before.
I know you did. I know, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's just one of them where you're like, how is this even come to pass? Like, where was the dialogue? It's just women taking their clothes off. Fucking John De Hart. He's definitely pulling his plonker when he was editing this one, Dave. He has definitely been pulling one off. Fuck me.
Now, you say about the dialogue, but what about the delivery of the Shakespeare lines? Oh
my God.
He's not only an amazing lover, action hero, fucking musical genius. He's also, he can recite Shakespeare, or at least, again, someone is fucking stood there with a card while he watches it. Because again, you can see his eyes are transfixed, and he's just fucking reading it off a cue card.
Oh, it's outstanding. And you know why he did that? You probably saw it. It's because he wanted to prove to people he'd done some Shakespearean acting for years, and he was done. And I'm like, fuck off! I'm not having that. I am not having that at all. But that's what he said he did it for, to prove to people that he has some chops. And I'm like, he didn't have any acting. I've got better acting than Dave, and I'm fucking terrible. So he's terrible.
Again, I mean, if I think of all the criticism I've given Seagal about his ego, and I think this guy takes it to a new level, and delusion to a new level as well. So I'm going to have to rethink my position on Seagal. I think all the things I've said in the past are true, but I think until you see a truly, truly terrible movie and performance like this, I think, you have to give actors when they don't look this bad a little bit of credit. But that I should have mentioned before when we talk about the shimmy slide, it kind of reminded me. So trying to think, probably early 2000s or 99 2000 time, I went up into I was up in Boston for about a week, but I actually stayed out in Salem. And I think it was on the Saturday? I think it was a Saturday night. So you fly out Saturday morning because it's cheaper. But then you get to stay over Saturday, spend the day there Sunday, and then you're ready to go on Monday morning. And went to this proper like spitting sawdust sort of bar, but it was an okay place, and it was obviously a bit of gathering for the locals. Now I thought on the East Coast there, it was all kind of groovy and progressive, and definitely not. I mean, everyone was wearing a baseball cap. The only thing I remember is loads of karaoke on. I mean, karaoke was fucking huge in the 90s and the early 2000s, wasn't it? And this guy got up there and he sung Cheeseburger in Paradise. And I just remember just thinking, what the fuck is this? And anyway, I got up and showed him how it's done, Chris. Did a bit of Wonderwall, which went down terribly. But yeah, no one had heard of it. But it was a good night. And the shimmy slide sort of reminds me of that place. It was fucking rough. And do you remember the random line dancers as well in the shimmy slide?
Oh my God, yeah. It's ridiculous. I don't know if it's Billy Ray Cyrus or something, Dave. It's just, I tell you what, I did want to ask you as well is, when he gets on a motorbike and they're getting chased, and his missus gets killed, doesn't she, in the movie at that point? Well, we think, we think moment. So. I mean, he has a fucking funeral for her. I'm sure the coroner's got involved. So I'm thinking, right, she's dead. He's on an revenge mission. He goes after Nomad, doesn't he? So he ends up in his lair, and there's about 6 cutscenes where John De Hart is actually fucking talking with a black backdrop in it. And they are actually in the same room. Yeah, they are. It is like Frank levels of ha ha ha. Yeah. But they are in the same room because then the camera pans over his shoulder. But that weird, because it's supposed to be the cult place. And then 2 guys just come from nowhere and sort of like frisk him, don't they? Frisk him down, get a gun and all that stuff. The fight and the chat is fucking
so terrible.
I think William Smith's actually worse than John De Hart. I mean, how he agreed to say some of this shit. I know they probably ad-libbing most of it, but it's terrible. But even when he dies, there's no payoff. But I think what sums up this movie, the greatest scene of this movie, is when that fucking nun comes and he's on his knees. And I'm thinking, and apparently, Dave, originally the nun was supposed to give him a fucking blowjob. I don't know what that's supposed to signify anything, right? Because it does look a bit sus, doesn't it? She's going, come with me. And I'm like, she's too, and that's thingy, Hauser's missus, isn't it? I believe. In real life.
It was John De Hart's. Yeah.
Oh, John De Hart's missus. Sorry.
Like they sort of split up after the whole jacuzzi scene.
That was it. Sorry. Yeah. And
I thought as well it was going to get saucy with the nun. Now, because of the way a lot of the rest of the movie is, and she's obviously an attractive woman, and I just thought, I know where this is going.
I did, because she kept like adjusting the top, and I'm thinking, oh, that's coming opening. We're getting a Benny Hill type fucking thing, or Carry On movies. Yeah. What the hell's going on? But then when he sees her alive, the reaction is ridiculous, because if you think your wife's dead and you've mourned her and you've avenged the death, the way he just nonchalantly just comes into the hospital bed and goes, hi, oh, Cindy, oh, thank God you're alive. And I'm like, it wasn't like tears, there was no emotion, he wasn't like
so
shocked.
Nonchalant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, you'd be shocked, wouldn't you, going, hang on, I've just fucking buried you about half an hour ago, what the fuck's going on? And he's just sort of like, oh, I couldn't tell you, Rick. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like the ending is just the best bit of the movie because it's just so blasé. And I'm like, this is like a comedy. It's like there's no delivery for a Shakespearean trained actor, allegedly. There's no delivery in that. There's no punch to it, is there, at the end or anything? There's no crying. There's nothing. It's just like, oh, great. I've got you back now for another 5-hour sex fucking session. Let's go home. I actually thought at that point he was going to start having sex with her, Dave. She's got a bandage and a bullet wound to her head, or not bullet wound, like a fucking.
Oh dear.
You know what I mean? It was ridiculous. There was just so many turns in this movie. Honestly, what a fucking movie this is.
It's proper Days of Our Lives sort of stuff, wasn't it? And like you say, the delivery of it was terrible. Now, when I watched Road to Revenge, I mean, I didn't really pay too much attention to the title, I guess. I just knew there were 3 cuts to the movie. So I was like, oh, this one's on Prime, so let's watch that one. And I sort of think, all right, okay, but basically 80% of the movie is the road to revenge. Like the normally in a movie, you get the introduction of all the characters, and then sort of somewhere in the maybe the end of the first act, you get the introduction, or the beginning of the second act, you get this introduction of something tragic that happens, and then everything gets terrible, and then you get the final act when you get the payoff. But with this one, she only gets killed right near the end, and then he just goes on this mad spree, which I thought the whole black background was really off-putting. It made it look again like a community theatre play or something like that. It was just utterly bizarre. But like you say, what a fucking movie! And actually, when we get into our review, we'll hear from Jack as well.
Okay, Dave. I mean, are we ready for getting to our scores, Dave? Because I have loved talking about this.
Let's go for it.
So, Dave, usually I jump in and give my scores, but it's only right that we have Jack tell us all about this movie and what he thought of it. And for the year of the stitch-up, I don't think this is a stitch-up. But Jack, over to you, mate.
And despite vicious rumours, I have not given Jack the clap, by the way. But here's the man himself.
The VHS trailer intros have already passed into legend. But even the writing and performances presented on a weekly basis by your good selves pale in comparison to the DIY qualities of John De Hart's Champagne and Bullets. As soon as I laid eyes on this Cloud City masterpiece, I knew it had to be my next pick for you both. The first version I watched was Road to Revenge, which I described as 0-star filmmaking, but 5-star film watching. Since then, in anticipation of your coverage, I've gone back to the Endless Well and watched Champagne and Bullets for the full uncut experience. One day, I plan to complete the trifecta by watching GetEven 2. Hours well spent. I'm sure you've done your research and explained some of the wild behind-the-scenes production details in the pod, as well as discussed in length, title of Chris and Dave's porn tape, all the classic scenes herein, from the opening police raid to the satanic sacrifice of a newborn, to the extended 6-minute bath bonk, to Sidehuck's psychotic pool parable, to the full Shakespeare soliloquy, to De Hart's panic performance of irritating earworm, the shimmy slide. I know you'd have done each of these justice in your dissection. Sometimes Chris purports to be the king of the bullshitters, but let's be honest, he ain't got diddly squat on writer, producer, composer, director and star De Hart.
It's true.
That said though, this movie is exactly the kind of thing I'd imagine he'd make, given half the chance, 20 days, plus £5 and a packet of chips. I know this is supposed to be the year of the stitch-up, but I really felt like you both deserved a treat after enduring so much for so long. And you are very welcome. Now, come on, pretty baby. Let's go do the shimmy slide. Hot damn.
Amazing stuff.
Oh, unbelievable, Jack. Yeah, he knows us too well, Dave. It went from being, what the hell's this, to like, this is sensational. Honestly, absolutely brilliant. Jack, thank you so much, mate, for picking that. And I will piggyback off the back of that, and thanks for messaging in. I absolutely loved it. And he's right about Cloud City, Dave, because he's got to go to Cloud City. We can't do it any other way than Cloud City. This is a truly sensational piece of shit that I absolutely loved. And I will definitely watch it again. And like I say, I've watched it pretty much 2.5 times since this week. It's so good. Everyone listening, please watch it. It's absolutely atrocious. And I'm sure there's a few people out there. John Hammond's usually the barometer of it. He has definitely watched his Spiders and definitely seen this movie. I'll be disappointed if they haven't. But if you haven't, guys, please watch it. It is amazing. So, Jack, thank you. And I am virtually clapping with one hand while touching it with the other, thinking about the Playboy model. But there you go. Anyway, Dave, what about yourself?
Absolutely agree. This is such an amazing find, an amazing pick. I'm surprised we've never heard of this before. Like I say, the usual films when you talk about So Bad They're Good that get trotted out, this isn't in that list, or if it is, I've just been blind to it. But this is a fantastic pick. Cloud City all day long. This is, like I say, I quite fancy watching it again, just talking about it now, but I'm going to delay it a bit. But yeah, and I've been listening to the shimmy slide all week. It's just an amazing, atrocious bit of cinema. But yeah, definitely in that ballpark of So Bad It's Good. I mean, if you were measuring it objectively, obviously it wouldn't be quite on the same scale. But in terms of just pure entertainment, this is amazing. And I've absolutely loved it. So thank you, Jack, for picking it. And to repeat what you said, though, Chris, if you haven't watched this, you've got to seek it out. It defies belief for all the wrong reasons, not the same reasons De Hart kind of thinks that he's made there, or maybe he's, like Tommy Wiseau has kind of retrospectively, said it's, oh yeah, I was trying to do this, but with The Room. But yeah, this is another amazing one and deserves its place up there with Samurai Cop, with The Room. Amazing movie.
It is sensational. And Dave, we've go from one extreme to another, because is this going to be up there? Next week is our good friend Herb, his pick. And Dave, he's picked a movie from 1985. It is the original, I believe. Is it in the trilogy? So we did, was it Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Dave,
It was indeed.
This one is the 1985, Dave, original. This is Malibu Express, and I can't wait for this. So we have been treated, Dave, with plenty of boobicles over the next couple of weeks, and I'm not complaining. But anyway, shall we get into the trailer?
Let's go.
Meet Cody Abilene.
So this is the first of the,
with an
I think,
oh my word.
He's an undercover
we
operator
start off straight away.
This is my friend Faye.
with a knack for getting at the bare facts.
I mean, at least he looks better than John De Hart, Dave. He's got
This is the Countess, a government agent with her own special skills.
Oh my word.
And together, they're both headed for danger
Get out of the way.
on a Malibu Express.
Yeah.
This is kinky.
In the world of
Oh
high
my
roads,
word.
low blows, and dangerous curves, Cody's playing a deadly new
Oh, this is
game.
brilliant.
Make my day.
Why is he wearing a G-string in the shower?
That's fucking bandit music.
It is, isn't it?
Do you like Paul on Reynolds movies?
Sorry, babe. But
I'm gonna look
gotta
this
have
there.
some water.
Oh,
The FBI wants him back.
No one should suspect anything. I'm gonna nail him with a grenade.
Russians
Wow.
want him dead.
This
And
is
the
going
girls
to be
from the
amazing.
yacht next door just want him.
I understand you're a private
oh
investigator.
my word.
And Cody Abilene always gets
It's
his
Burt
girl.
Reynolds, isn't it?
Marvelous.
So park your car, hide
He's
your
basically
guns,
the bandit, yeah.
Yeah.
and
the
lock
one.
up your daughters. Cody Abilene just got another case. He's hard to catch,
You are continental.
hard to keep,
Scoot your butts outside.
hard to figure, and impossible to resist. Starring Sybil Danning, Darby Hinton, and 5 Playboy playmates.
Oh my
I didn't
word.
just bring you in for sex. I have a few things to fill you in on.
Make tracks for the
Oh, I'm gonna
Malibu
love
Express.
this.
No matter where you're
Everything.
headed, it goes all the way.
Would I help any
The
woman in
music's for
distress?
Smoking the Bandit.
Yes, ma'am. I
Yeah.
would.
And he's got a moustache like Burt Reynolds. What the hell? Oh, I'm all over this, Dave. I'm going to watch this.
You know what? I think
ASAP.
after enduring the year of the stitch-up, I kind of feel like maybe our patrons are just being nice to us and just giving us treats.
That is a belter. That is just a rip-off of Smoking the Bandit by the looks of it. Oh, I'm well on that, Dave. 100% will be watching that.
Basically, if you put Smokey and the Bandit with a bunch of Playboy bunnies
Oh, I'm in heaven, Dave.
Come back.
Oh, Herb, you've not done your job, mate. It's like you're the stitcher. We might have to put you the lob on, Dave, after that. That is fucking brilliant. Oh, I am well excited for that. Oh, my word. Right, anyway, before I carry on touching myself and getting a bit too excited.
Put that glasses case away.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Big thank you to everyone. Jack, amazing pick this week, mate. Absolutely love that film. And I can't wait for Mario Express. That is going to be unbelievable next week. Oh, yes.
It's like a deal Monday. Oh, yes.
Anyway, if you do want to email us, the VHSStrikesback@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media at VHSStrikesback. And if you do want to support us, please get over to patreon.com/the VHSStrikesback. So the roll call of honor and a big thank you to Reese, Nick, Greg, Gareth, Mike, Lee, Helen, Dylan, Dan, Justin, Susan, Tim, Matt, Hales, Kent, Lucky Luda Green, Herb Shack, Math Blake, John Hammond, and Mr. Tony Farina. So thank you so much, guys, for your picks and your support. Unbelievable. So, Dave, what have you got for us today, my friend?
Well, it's funny that your mind went to the studio and we were all, a bit nervous going in, and time is money and everything. And the person with the supreme confidence was the one who took the longest. So my mind was kind of occupied in that general region as well. And so I won't say too much more. But obviously I've taken that as one sort of inspiration, but also the shimmy slide. I mean, I can't not do a country and western theme. But this one, Chris, is called My Bullets and Alcohol.
Or did he think he'd be the next big hero like Seagal? He was looking for some action, but all I need are my bullets and alcohol. You could wait for a lifetime to watch him tan in the sunshine. You might as well drink sparkling wine, 'cause when it all goes wrong, he paid to make it happen. He paid to make it happen. He paid to make it happen.
With the old line dancing.
He paid to make it happen. Is it worth humiliation to find yourself a job when you've been drinking since the night before? It's a crazy situation, but all I need are my bullets and alcohol. You could wait for a lifetime to watch him tan in the sunshine. You might as well drink sparkling wine, 'cause when it all goes wrong, he paid to make it happen. 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 He's gonna fake it. He's gonna make it. He's gonna fake it. He's gonna fake it. He's gonna.
Hot damn. So I spent fucking ages like getting the lyrics exactly how I wanted them. And it just ended up fitting so well with the whole he's going to make it, he's going to fake it. And, he paid to make it happen. And obviously our situation, cigarettes and alcohol, of course, the Oasis song was never actually put down because we couldn't get the fucking guitar right. But anyway, Chris, thank you very much, sir. Amazing chat. Jack, what a fucking legend. What a pick. Amazing. And honestly, next week, kind of looking forward to it myself as well. Chris, thank you very much, sir. Thanks to all our listeners out there. Thanks to all our supporters. And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
I'll be back.
That's not. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Wax on, wax off.
Get to the chopper!
One ring to go. All right. Ding, ding.
Bust you up.
Go for it.
Well, here we go.
Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Come on. Ain't so bad. Ain't nothing. Come on. You must be crazy or something. I'm crazy. You just a stupid. Yeah, maybe you crazy. I ain't breathing heavy. He's a fool. He's stupid. I seen you at 6 miles more.
I must break